GB News shocker. Jim Davidson and Katie Hopkins defend white working-class women from elites. In a world where the voices of the marginalized often go unheard, a shocking episode aired on GB News that turned the spotlight on a deeply divisive issue: the plight of white working-class women. As the episode unfolded, viewers were gripped by the dynamic exchanges between controversial figures Jim Davidson and Katie Hopkins, each wielding their influence to challenge the elite narratives that often overshadow these women's struggles. The setting: a volatile discussion. The scene was set in the bustling GB News studio, where the atmosphere crackled with tension. Davidson, known for his unapologetic views, leaned forward, his voice steady yet passionate. "These women," he began, "are the backbone of our society, yet they're dismissed by those who sit in their ivory towers. It's time we listen." The audience held their breath. His words resonated with many, but would they strike a chord with the elite? A flash of controversy. As the discussion escalated, Hopkins interjected, her voice sharp as a knife. "Don't you see? The elites want to control the narrative. They want us divided." Her accusation hung in the air, charged with implications. What could possibly come next? Would they dare to name names? Or was this just the beginning of a far deeper investigation? As viewers tuned in, they couldn't help but recall recent headlines. The royal family had been under intense scrutiny, their every move analyzed in light of ongoing social tensions. The connection was palpable. Could the elites they spoke of include the very figures who once stood as paragons of stability? Emotional testimonies. Suddenly, the screen shifted to a montage of interviews with white working-class women. Their stories were heart-wrenching. A mother struggling to make ends meet, a grandmother lamenting the loss of community, and a young woman feeling invisible. Each tale painted a vivid picture of hardship and resilience, drawing the audience deeper into the narrative. But then, the unexpected happened. One interviewee, visibly emotional, pointedly asked, "Why does it feel like our pain is ignored?" The question pierced through the studio, creating an eerie silence. Viewers were left to wonder, who is truly listening? And would Davidson and Hopkins rise to the occasion? Climbing tensions. Back in the studio, Davidson and Hopkins seemed poised to deliver the ultimate rebuttal, but the tension thickened as they shared a surprising revelation. They claimed to have uncovered a hidden agenda among elite circles aimed at silencing dissenting voices. "We're not just talking about social issues," Davidson asserted. "We're talking about a systematic erasure." Could this be the catalyst for a larger movement? Their declaration left viewers pondering the implications. What would the establishment do to silence them? Would there be repercussions for speaking out against the status quo? The grand revelation. As the discussion reached its climax, Davidson leaned closer to the camera, his expression fierce. "What's really at stake is the future of our communities. If we don't act now, we risk losing everything." The stakes couldn't be higher. The tension was palpable. The audience sat on the edge of their seats, eyes wide with anticipation. And then, in a move that no one saw coming, he revealed that he had secured a meeting with a prominent royal family insider to discuss the plight of these women. The implications of this revelation sent shockwaves through the room. Would this insider be a voice of reason or further entrench the divide? The cliffhanger. As the episode drew to a close, viewers were left hanging. Davidson promised to bring back exclusive insights from this meeting, hinting at secrets that could change everything. The screen faded to black, but the questions lingered. Who would speak for the voiceless? What truths would emerge? And how would the royal family respond? The saga was far from over. As the credits rolled, anticipation hung in the air, setting the stage for the next explosive installment. Would justice finally be served for the white working-class women whose voices had long been muted? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain: the battle lines had been drawn, and the struggle was just beginning.